Thank you very much for Eva Scrivener. She's gone for a break. Domi, how are you?
Pretty good. We just saw some really good flying, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, tell me all about it. What did I miss while I was on my little walk around?
On a little break.
Yeah.
We were watching the battle from 5th to 8th place in Dynamic 2A. And we ended up with, in 8th position, Gravity, 7th position, the Windstar, in 6th position, the VA Beach Boys, and in 5th position, Airspace Unleashed.
Is that their final position now?
This is their final position. We won't be seeing them anymore. The next time we watch any Dynamic 2A, we're going to be watching the top 4 teams battling it for the podium.
And when's that going to be? What time are we allocating roughly? Are we on schedule right now?
We are pretty much on schedule. That'll be around 5:10, 5:15.
So basically after the four-way speed?
Yes, that's what we're about to move into now, the four-way speed semi-finals.
Wow, it's been a full-on day. It seems to be going a lot quicker today. I was here this morning at, I think, 5 to 7, and here we are at 4:30. It's whizzed by.
Well, when there's amazing flying to watch, time goes by.
I think yesterday seemed a bit longer. We had a few more. There was quite a lot of breaks in the action yesterday. It seemed to slow it down a bit.
Yeah, it's, you know, experimenting with the format and trying new things, and also it's not only how the competitors feel, but also how the judges can manage it actually. So that's why it's really good to try things, because you know, you can sit behind a desk and theorize all you want, but until you've actually put it into practice, you'd not necessarily know how everything's going to roll. I think we're getting a lot of really interesting feedback from this competition. I very much look forward to the Dynamic workshop tomorrow and the day after.
I was quite surprised how quickly we were getting the results through from the formation skydiving, from the four-way, the open, and the female, and the what do you have? The four-way, the open, and the VFS. The results were coming through really fast, faster than I've seen before. And I was asking the in-time scoring team, how was that? What was the change? He said they got two shifts, 2 teams. So there was one team doing the female and VFS and one team doing the open. So while we were running, others were being judged, and it was just almost instantaneous. Brilliant, really. Yeah,
and I know there's been discussion of trying to introduce live judging for formation skydiving as well. I know there's going to be a few test events coming up. For talking with a few of the competitors, they said they reckon there should be no problem. The fact that everything was delayed so far is, I think, an inheritance from the way they judge the skydiving FS, when you have to wait for the cameraman to bring down a video and then watch everything in a row. As you say, bringing 2 panels is already speeding up the process, but a lot of the coach would tell you they can almost live judge that anyway. So let's see how this concept of live judging goes with the F-formation skydiving.
So Domi, can you hear me? Rigontello, I can hear the wind speed increasing. Domi, what we're going into the four-way speed? Have we got head-to-head battles? What's going on? Where we're at?
Yes, and I believe that for those semi-final, we're gonna watch the Windors Fighters battling it with the Windors Vengadores, and then Nemesis against Guns and Waffle.
Oh, this is going to be a treat. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Get your eyes on the tunnel. Get your eyes on the clock. Big breathe out from Elliot there. I love these shots when you can see the different expressions on people's faces. We're going to figure the draw out. Well, Domi's going to figure the draw out as we go through it. Here we go.
All right, so we're looking at a head-down mix snake into a bottom loop 360. Can be quite a tricky move in four-way, especially for those teams who have trained less. Into a head-up shuffler. Finishing this first page on the 25-second mark. Really good on those bottom loop 360 here.
Am I right in thinking this is going to be a draw? We can see that cheating we talked about yesterday?
Yes.
With 3 and 4 coming through the middle?
Exactly what we just saw.
Little bust there, 5 seconds penalty.
And getting into their third page. And there's mixed circles to finish. They are almost done with their round.
1, 2, 3, 4, out they go.
With one bust, it gives us a total of 82,796.
82,796. There it is, written down. All right, so we've got to start.
And it's another one of those windoor battle. It just happened in the two-way category of two windoor teams fighting together in those semifinals. Again, it really shows the dedication of this tunnel to push their flyer, to support their instructors. I think this is probably one of the tunnel with the highest level of instructors, not because they only hired ninjas to start with, but because they are turning their instructors into ninjas.
Did I hear you say Danny used to work on the wave pool?
Yes, he did, and I think he started working here just short of 2 years ago, and really went from from zero to hero, as people say, in just those 2 years, with the amazing support of his co-workers and now teammates, especially Cesar, who's been a big inspiration and a massive help for him. Ooh, and that's also a bust from those guys. So now it puts us on a bust from the two teams.
Yeah.
On paper, this team is faster, but if they make many more busts, then the round could go to the other team.
So the target, Domi, that they're chasing is 82.796.
And again, on paper, they should be able to take it, but they are already one bust in. They really need to keep it clean.
All right.
Getting into this final page. Bottom loop 360s. Like one of the tricky things in the 360 is really making sure you keep your heading perfectly and keep your line, because if you don't, there's gonna be someone to fly into here.
82.7, easy.
All right, that's gonna be a final score with the bust of 78,727. Even with that one bust, they are clear.
Yeah, they're good. Well, do you know, Dommy, it's almost exactly 4 seconds the difference between the two teams. We're going to get 2 flights, are we?
Yes.
Yeah. And then an accumulative score. Is that right? Is that how it's working?
No, I don't believe it's a cumulative score. I believe that it's round to take. If they both take one, then they'll go into a speed tiebreaker.
Oh, okay. So, Windows Fighters 82.796, Windows Vengadores, or Avengers in English, 78.727. We're back with the fighters. What do you think Elliot's saying there? Popping up a little bit, was he saying?
No, or maybe he's telling his teammate to stay straight on turns.
So we've just gained an extra 20,000 viewers in less than 2 hours. Incredible numbers that are coming out, and we always find a few days and weeks after the event all those stats and numbers start coming out in thick force. But 20,000 extra views in 2 hours, crazy stuff.
We are getting towards the finals, and with the dynamic and the freestyle, definitely the best of the best performances are going to happen in the next few hours. So stay tuned. If you're with us, we promise you the show is going to be worth it.
All right, so pumped up, bouncing, ready for it. It's first blood to the Vengadores. Oh, Elliot's really telling them. What is he saying?
Keep it low, I believe he said.
On the bottom loops, do you think he's talking about?
Not quite sure.
All right, here we go then. Bam, 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 bam.
And that's a head down in-face snake, one of the fastest snake out there. And the head up 360. Yeah, keep it low on this transition, I believe he was saying. Second page under the 25-second mark. This is going to be a fast round, Regan.
Yeah. Looking like a less than 75 seconds for the 3.
Into the head up circles. Finishing the second page now on the 42-second mark. This is going to be just over the minute. Still a clean round. Head up 360, keeping this transition low. Head up circles. All right, back on their head, across that sideline, and out they are in a raw score. A clean round of 69.575.
It's a lot faster round than what we saw before, especially with that first snake, the in-facing head-down snake's fast, isn't it?
Definitely one of the fast ones, but the rest of the draw overall is a fast one as well.
All right, so less than 70 seconds, 69.5, Domi, that's the target to put the Vengadores through. If they can take this round as well, that's the win on the time, on the first, on the second. So
the boys just saw that the team before them flew a clean round, and they were definitely not slow, so they know the pressure is on. On paper, they have been fastest throughout that competition, but they were less than 5 seconds fastest on the previous round, meaning that one bust could change the game.
It's interesting, it was 4 seconds, wasn't it? Here we go.
Similar type of flying here. The transition are staying low. The body position are fast. Ooh, they're getting into the second page quite a little bit quicker than the first team. They were on the 20-second mark getting into their second page versus 22 seconds from the first team. So they seem to be making a little faster time for now, but they really cannot afford a bust. Time to beat is 69 seconds, 5.75. They are on the 55 second now, almost done with their round. That's going to be tight, Regan.
Whoa, 69. Oh, they're going to do it easy. There they go, they're out.
Boom, no bust, 63.875. Unless some surprise due to a review from the judges, it would seem that the Vengadores have taken both rounds, but let's make sure we are correct on that.
Will the judges automatically review? Would somebody have to call for it? Or if nobody says anything, we're just going to take it as it stands? How do the judges do it?
Take as it stands. No automatic review whatsoever, but if a judge has a doubt, wants to make sure something is correct, if they were on the edge, like, was that a bust, was that not a bust, especially when we get towards those finals, you really want to make sure that nothing is left a myth. Remember, the teams have a protest system. They're given a yellow card that if they can go and protest one of their busts. They cannot protest something from another team, but if they've been attributed a bust that they believe is not legit, they can go and bust it. So the judges really want to make sure they have it right.
So from what we've got written down here, it looks like it should go to the Avengers, to the Vengadores. Let's have a look.
First round goes to the Vengadores.
That was 78 as opposed to, well, 78.7 as opposed to 82.7.
And the second round as well, it is confirmed. The Vengadores are moving up to the final, battling for first and second place. When the Windor fighters will go up to the consolation round and try to get on that podium, battling for third and fourth.
And they're going to be fighting for the final, for the prize against Guns and Waffles or Nemesis.